This is a First Alert Weather special report.
Hi, everybody. I'm Lonnie Quinn in the CBS 2 Weather Center. We're going to get you back to your programming here in just a second, but I've got to bring you up to speed on what's going on weather-wise. These are some hazardous situations out there. Flash flooding taking place all in and around New York City, the suburbs outside. Flash flood warning stay in effect from anywhere from 9 to 10 o'clock. If you take a look at the radar picture, all right, it's lit up with, storms that aren't moving all that quickly. The whole line itself, I mean, I know you see the progression here from the west to the east, but the line itself is really creeping slowly. So we're going to be dealing with this until the nighttime hours. And if you are under the flash flooding, that's taking place in your area right now, and you're wondering, okay, when is it going to stop? I look to after midnight for it to get much better out there, but you can zoom in tight here. All right, New York City, man, you've got some real heavy rain. Flash flood warnings in effect until 9 p.m. Look at all these reports. You get to Clark in Union County. The reservoir is overtopping and spilling onto nearby streets and into houses. I mean, that's what happens when that water rises too fast, too quickly. Video tells a better story. So let's take some photos right now and some video from around the area, and you can see what it looks like out there. And currently, the picture I'm going to show you, let's bring it up here right now, guys. It's you know what? It's a live picture. Excuse me. All right. Sean McKenna, our photographer, is out there right now. Sean, do we have a connection? Can you hear me?
I do, Lonnie. How are you?
Well, doing just fine. Well, take me through. Set the scene for me. Where are you? What have you witnessed during your time out there?
So this is the corner of Mountain Avenue and Park Avenue in downtown Scotch Plains. You have a New Jersey Transit bus stuck in the water, a Yankee bus, and a Scotch Plains ambulance. If I push in down here, in that white car, I just watched them hook a guy up out of the car and then drag him with a rope to this side. I guess he was the driver of the car. That's the Scotch Plains Rescue Department there. If I pull out again, what you're looking at here, this is a 5-lane road. You are looking at runoff from the Watchung Reserve, and it's probably 3 or 4 feet in the middle of the street.
Every bit. I saw people in their waist. Yeah.
Yeah, it just cascades right down Main Street there. As far as I can see, we had flooding. I've lived in this town 15 years. We had flooding like this in 2019. This is far worse. This is far worse.
Sean, I know we have video. Yep, you were talking about the rescue that you witnessed. We have video of that. Do you have that in the control room, guys? Because it's pretty compelling. They get the gentleman. Okay, I want you to watch the gentleman in the light blue shirt. They just sort of like lay him down in the water. Now he's tied to that rescue rope. Now he's being received on the other end right there by the rescue workers. That's how they got him out of the water. Sean McKenna in Scotch Plains for us. I'll tell you, Sean, if we don't turn you into a reporter rather than a cameraman, we're doing something wrong, because that was great reporting out there, my friend. Thanks very much for that.
You got it, Lonnie. Thank you.
You betcha. All right, let's bring it back here, guys, and show you what else we've got. And we're going to go back to some more pictures here in a moment, but we want to take a look at where the storms are heaviest. All right, here we have Manhattan, all right, northern Manhattan into the Bronx. This is some of the worst you've had all day long, and it is taking place right now, stretching into portions of, I'll say, Queens, Nassau County also. You can pan up to the north. There's Patterson. We've had some flooding reports there. We've had flooding reports all over the area. Now, if I give you a bigger picture, this is the line. So basically, you're going right through kind of portions of Monmouth County over towards the western portions of Suffolk County, anywhere north of that line. The concern is big out there right now. We've got those watches and those warnings. Look at these estimated rainfall numbers. I mean, wherever you see that orange color, all right, that orange color, there you have it right there. That's 6+ inches of rain. I've seen the reports. I've seen an 8+ reading in certain areas. It's just coming down way too fast. All right, and you need to know when it's going to stop raining. And that looks to be, like I say, I think the safe number is to say midnight. Midnight or so, could be a little bit earlier. Let's hope for that. But until about midnight, I would be on alert. I think it will be a little early, to be quite honest with you, but I'd rather err on the side of giving you a little later time than an earlier time. Here's your picture, 10 p.m., certainly with us. If we push that forward a little bit, yeah, like around midnight or so, it's just a quieter picture. That's how we see it right now. I want to wrap things up here, but I want to tell you we will be with you throughout the night until this is all settled down, because it is far from settled right now. Let's get you back now to all your shows.
This has been a First Alert Weather special report.
Well, hello, everybody. I'm Lonnie Quinn here for the CBSN Weather Studios. Boy, there's a lot going on out there weather-wise. It just seems as if flooding has been the national story. since July 4th and that tragic weekend in Texas. Well, we're having our share now. We've seen some areas with estimated rainfall numbers of like 8 inches or more in a short period of time. Think about your area and think about when it started to rain in a place like around Ramapo. It was this afternoon, and here we are, we're looking at 7:30, and some folks are over a half a foot of rain. Here is what we have as far as the watches and the warnings. Basically, everybody in our area is under a flood watch, with the exception of maybe the very east end of Long Island and also maybe Ocean County. You're not into it as much, but anywhere north of that, the possibility is out there, and we're seeing it right now as we speak. So Old Bridge, Middletown, all of this area, okay, with the blue outline, and it's really all of central and northern New Jersey into portions of, say, the lower Hudson Valley and into Fairfield, Connecticut. Those are warnings, flash flood warnings in effect right now. I can show you more pictures. If we have any more pictures back there as of right now, let's pull them out because the pictures are the best thing to tell this story. Now I'm up around Larchmont, Yonkers, pushing over towards North Hempstead. Roselle Park will be another good picture to show you. All right, very similar to what we saw earlier in Scotch Plains. Maybe the water's not as deep right there, but remember, Sean McKenna was telling us you also had a reservoir overflowing that was adding to that problem there. It's all over. If we have any, you guys, you can throw them out there, whatever you have, because Roselle Park, we've seen Scotch Plains. All right, here's the Sawmill River Parkway. Now, I drive the Sawmill a lot, and I know even in a modest rain, it floods. But come on, this is some severe stuff out there. Folks taking these pictures from the train, and it's up to people's waists right now. So you can get out of the car and you can walk away if it's not flowing fast. But otherwise, cars can't function in that kind of water. That's why the moniker is turn around. Don't drown. If you see standing water, you don't drive through it. All right, so you get up to around Greenburgh. Real heavy rain for you. Flash flood warnings in Fairfield and Westchester stay in effect now until 8:15. There's the possibility that gets extended as well, but here's how we see it. And again, that real bright red color, which is peppered all throughout. Look at this. All 5 boroughs. Georgie, pull in on all 5 boroughs. All 5 boroughs under some kind of a flash flood watch or warning as we speak. And that's probably the toughest rain that we've seen all day in and around New York City. All right, here we have 678 getting poured on right there on Bayside, Clapham Point, North Beach as well. There's just more I can show you. I'll pull the picture out a little bit wider here. Thank you. Georgie's driving the bus. This is great. And this is the best thing when you're into just live coverage, because Georgie can show you that line that we keep talking about. Basically, it's from northern Monmouth County forward, up to the north. Anywhere in there is where we've seen the toughest weather, and that's where all of our storm reports are. And as of right now, everybody, as I said, under the watch, the warnings go all the way up into Orange County and all the way down into Monmouth County and all throughout western New Jersey. You can see the flow. So the flow makes it look like, hey, they're on their horse, they're moving. All right, the storms within the line are moving, but the line itself is really moving slowly through the area. So we have to deal with this for the rest of this night. And it's not going to be until you get to tomorrow that the day's going to be better. I still think there's a rain chance tomorrow, but it's not going to be. It will not be like what we're experiencing right now. Great Neck, all right, I love that town. And you are catching some really heavy rain. And the 95 corridor, as of right now, you are into the heavy rain. It held off for you for a bit, but that line around Great Neck will make its way to North Hempstead at 7:42. You've had some rain, but again, the east end, you haven't picked up the big stuff yet. This is some heavy rain moving into Mineola, 7:46, into Glen Cove, 7:47, Hempstead, 7:54, Oceanside, 7:57. And boy, if I could go anywhere, I can show you the exact same picture. It's all about when the back end moves through and when it calms down, and it doesn't look like that's going to be happening until you get to those late night hours tonight into the early morning hours. Tomorrow's weather's back here. It's a better looking day, but as of right now, it's a very eventful day in and around New York City. We want to ask you to please, if you have photos where you are, because look, you've seen some of the video I've been putting up here and the photos as well. That tells a story far better than what I can show you on the maps here, because it really allows people to see, hey, this is manifesting itself in XYZ town, wherever it is that you are. But please send those to us, share your pictures and your videos. You can scan that QR code right there on the screen currently, and it'll put you right where you need to be. But this is our situation, guys, currently. Flash flooding throughout the area. Ramapo, you're under a flash flood warning taking place right now. Raritan, you're under the flash flood warning. Hackettstown, Middletown, Stamford, Connecticut. And there's a lot happening, and again, the picture stays that way for another few hours, and then after midnight starts to back down, and a better day lies ahead for tomorrow. But we are concerned about people staying safe out there tonight. Not the day to be making a big drive, just not the day, or the night, I should say. We'll have more on all of this, but right now, let's get you back to your programming.
This has been a First Alert Weather Special Report.